Next up, another weird toy, Laser Outlaw. 2D quick draw. Shoot the blinking target on the Outlaw. So, in 1976, hit the target to take him down, Japan only. So this was another toy that Nintendo made that was like a shooting gallery target thing. There was it was called Custom Gun and Custom Gunman Target. Were these two things. So there was the Custom Gun. There were a couple of other varieties of targets that you could get with it, but it was basically just you had a little gun, a little electronic gun thing. You'd point it at the target on this, model of a, gunman, Western cowboy type guy, Outlaw, and if you aim the gun properly and shoot at the target, then the guy would fall down, and you can set him back up and shoot again. That was the toy. Incredibly simplistic by today's standards, but it's electronic toy. It's an early light gun, basically.
In the 1970s, right? You're pulling a trigger and nothing is actually happening. There's no projectile, and a thing distance across from you is falling down without you touching it.
Yeah, it's
basically magic.
It's basically laser tag, but in 1976.
Yeah.
So yeah, this I don't know how big this was in Japan. This is something I had never heard of before. I've never heard of this outside of WarioWare, but this was something that Nintendo made. This was a weird toy that they did. And naturally, most of their toys early on were Japan only. They weren't doing international business yet. Hogan's Alley. Ah, such a classic. Shoot before you get shot, but only shoot the bad guys. Left and right to move to choose your target, A to shoot. This was an NES game in 1985, another light gun game, Hogan's Alley.
I remember this one.
So here we have a little shooting gallery, and you need to pick your target and press A to shoot them. And as he says, you only need to shoot the bad guys, and I mean, there's clearly a bad guy right there that we didn't shoot, but this game doesn't recognize that.
I guess that's the difficulty as it increases. It adds bad guys you can't shoot.
Yeah. So, you only want to shoot the guys that are in, black. Those are the bad guys. On level 1, there's only one target, and, you get, Oh, what is the difference between difficulty? I know level 1, there's only one target. I know level 3, there is always 2 targets. Level 2, I think it's... the timing is different? I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure if there is a difference between level 1 and level 2. It adds a cop. Yeah, it does add a cop. A cop who you're not supposed to shoot. I guess maybe that is the difficulty. The tricky part is you have to not shoot the cop. You have to suppress your natural urge to shoot the police. Anyway, yeah, it's Hogan's Alley. I never had this game myself as a kid. I've never actually played this myself before.
Me either.
I'm guessing there are other modes in it than just the,
No hesitation there, right?
Yeah. I will note here that, you'll see at the top there is how many seconds you have between the target being revealed and when you need to shoot them. And it actually, ticks down in accordance with how fast the game is going.
That's neat.
Mario Paint Fly Swatter.
Hey!
Swat the irritating flies buzzing around you. Truly magic game.
Really?
1992. SNES with the SNES mouse. So, yeah, we have seen this before. Mario Paint, the Fly Swatter minigame where you used the SNES mouse to control your little Fly Swatter hand thing and move around to hit the flies. Weird little sub-game thing in
This was probably
graphics editing
one of
program.
the very first, microgames that Nintendo made in the Mario series?
This wasn't really a micro game though. It was a side game. It was a bonus game.
Right. But like, you know what I mean.
Kinda, yeah. I do kinda get where you're coming from.
This is the first thing that this sort of team made.
Yeah. Mario Paint was one of the first games that this collective team that has been kind of doing all of this weird Wario stuff worked on. Anyway, the micro game here itself. The only control you have is push A to swat, so you don't move around at all. Number of flies is equal to the difficulty level. You need to hit all of the flies. They'll kind of swoop around and, like, stop. At least on level 1 and 2, they will stop on your fly swatter for a bit, and then they'll, like, buzz back around and then stop again. On level 3, they don't stop. So, you basically, I found, at least, that you kind of have to just mash A and hope on level 3. Because it gets way too fast for me to react to.
Basically how I deal with flies, and if I have a fly swatter, is mash hope.
So, yeah, fly swatter. It was a thing. Yeah, the team involved with this, they did Mario Paint, they did Mario Artist Polygon Studio, I know they did Wario Land 4, I'm not sure what else they've done. Sidebar will list some of the other things that team has been involved with.
There was another Mario Artist series, wasn't there?
I mean, there were other Mario Artist games. I don't know which of them they were involved with, though. I know they were in Polygon Studio because that had, Sound Bomber, the progenitor to WarioWare.
Yeah, and the Baker.
Yeah. Next up, Ice Climber.
Oh.
Grab hold of the big bird cruising through the sky. This was once the pinnacle of gaming. So you've got move, you got jump, 1985 NES game Ice Climber.
I'm not sure it was the pinnacle.
So in this micro game, your goal is just to grab onto the bird, which in the original NES Ice Climber was a bonus that you could do at the top of each mountain. On level 1, you are on the left side, and the bird will kind of stick around along, like it'll fly back and forth, but you'll easily be able to grab it. On level 2, you'll start along the right, and it'll only hover around the left, so you need to jump across. On level 3, you start below, and it'll fly back and forth across, like, the whole area, just about. So, and yeah, you've got the little timer there, which, like with Hogan's Alley, the amount of time on the timer it actually decreases with, like, to show the actual amount of time you have to do it as the speed of the microgame increases. So, Ice Climber, yeah, NES game. You played as this Ice Climber, Popo, who is climbing a mountain. You're just climbing a mountain. That's what you're doing. And you need to avoid polar bears and
Ice?
there were various monsters. I never had original Ice Climber.
Never played
either. We played Game & Watch Ice Climber a little bit. Well, Climber is basically Ice Climber.